First one is throughout night all day long. Everything we do following the way of Dharma. Way of Dharma is following, this principle that we are born and living, existing, interconnected with all beings, and we disappear. But even when we are born, nothing is added within this network. And even when we die, nothing is taken away. So that is the fact is meant in the Heart Sutra. It says no appearing and no disappearing, or no arising and no perishing. Even though we arise when we are born, we appear in this world and stay for a while and disappear. But actually there's nothing is added when we are born. And even when we die, nothing is taken away. Not only our human life, but from the moment of Big Bang within this universe, nothing taken away from this universe. Everything, including ourselves, the leaves on the trees, or the birds singing, or clouds, or sunlight, everything is really expressing the sound and heart of the sutra, this Lotus Sutra. So actually, Lotus Sutra is not printed matter, it's not a text, but this is the real Lotus Sutra, and we are part of it. This is what Dōgen says in the first waka poem, and the second one is in the valley, vibrating sound. He lived in the mountains, and there is a valley stream, and on the top of the mountain, monkeys are making sounds. And probably Dōgen is staying in a temple around in the middle of the mountain. So while he was doing something, or probably sitting, he heard the sound of valley stream, or voice of monkeys, and he heard this sound as the sound of the Lotus Sutra. So in the valley, vibrating sounds, on the peak, monkeys intermittent chattering, and I hear them as they are, exquisitely expounding this sutra. So those sound or valley stream or monkeys' voices are the sound of the Lotus Sutra. So this is the second poem. And the third poem is grasping the heart of this sutra, grasping the meaning and the heart, essence of this sutra. Even the voices of selling and buying in the world, in the marketplace. The marketplace is the place all beings, not only human beings, living together. So in a sense, this is the marketplace. So even the voices of selling and buying is the expression of this interdependent origination. And fourth, colors of the mountain peak and echoes of the valley stream. So colors of the mountain peak and the sound of valley stream. All of them as they are. So as they are means, as they are is the meaning of this tatata, or suchness. But when we, almost always, we don't hear the sound as they are. But we hear, when we hear some voice or sound, we make judgment and say, I like this or I hate that. that is a point we create samsara in our life. But when we just hear what they are, and Ujjayi said this is a raw or fresh reality before being cooked within our brain, within our mind. So in our Zazen, when we're sitting facing the wall, the bird singing is not the object of our sense organs. When we sit facing the wall, even though the wall is reflected on our eyes, we don't think I'm subject and the wall is object. Wall is actually there, but this subject-object separation is not there. It's really, so sitting in the Zendo, facing the wall and letting go of thought, it's really something special, very precious thing. So when we open our hand, become free from self-clinging, then we start to hear the Dharma teaching of the Valley stream and also colors of the mountains. So in Dogen's teaching, this body and mind and all other beings are working together as one thing. This is, in Dogen's expression, this is what Zen-ki, or total function, means. And this ki in Zen-ki, in this case, it means function, but this ki also means room within machine. So how everything is working together as a within machine. So these are what Dogen expressed in the first 4 poems. And finally, he says, although no one avoid the horse of light and darkness, horse of dark and lightness means time. Light is daytime and darkness is night. So repetition of day and night is like a horse running. And a horse is the fastest runner in the ancient time. So this means impermanence. Our life is impermanent. No one can avoid this impermanence. And yet, those who attain the way are rare. Means even though all of us, without any exception, are living within this network, still we don't see the network because we cling to this body and mind and try to deal with things outside around us in my way I wish. So we have always struggled with things around us and we become busy to do that kind of struggling and we forget we are impermanent. So even though we are right within this interdependent origination, still we don't see interdependence and we don't hear the sound of valley stream or see the colors of mountain as Buddha's body. And in our tradition or practice, our Zazen allows us to change, to make change, to transform our way of life. That is, instead of conveying ourselves to other beings, we start to hear and see how all things are. And this body and mind is part of all things. So, even though these 5 poems is about the Lotus Sutra, actually he doesn't talk about the printed matter or a book as entitled the Lotus Sutra. But for him, this reality in which we are born, living, and die is actual true Lotus Sutra.